Welcome to another biology lesson. This is your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. So I want us to cover two questions in this biology paper 2 for 2017. So I have question 1 right here. Figure 1.0 shows some specialized cells P, Q, and R. So these are the specialized cells. We have P, Q, and R. Okay, so these are the cells. So let us look at the question now. Okay, so we have question A right here. Name each of the cells above. Name each of the cells above. So they want you to name the cells above, which is cell P, Q, and R. So when you look at cell P, this is the root hair cell. Then cell Q, this is the red blood cell. Cell R, this is the Palisade cell. Okay, so let us write our answer right here. So we have said cell P, this is the root hair cell. Then cell Q, this cell right here, this is the red blood cell. Then cell R, this is the Palisade cell. Okay, so let us now move on to another question. So we come to another question right here. The question reads, state the functions of cell P and R. State the functions of cell P and R. So cell P, we have said this is the root hair cell. Then cell Q is the red blood cell. So state the functions of cell P and Q, So what is the function of the root hair cell? So the function of the root hair cell is just to absorb water and mineral salts. So function of cell P, to absorb water and mineral salts. So this is the function of the root hair cell, which is cell P, just to absorb water and mineral salts. So we come to function of cell Q. So cell Q is the red blood cell. Okay, so what is the function of the red blood cell? So the function of the red blood cell is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide around the body. So function of cell Q, which is the red blood cell, is to transport oxygen. So the function of the red blood cells is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide around the body. So this is the function of the red blood cells. Okay, so the function of the red blood cell is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide around the body. Explain the adaptations for cell P and Q to their function. Explain the adaptations for cell P and Q to their function. So cell P, we know that is the root hair cell. Then cell Q, we know that that is the red blood cell. So what is the adaptation for cell P? Okay, what is the adaptation for cell P? So cell P has a elongated outgrowth, which increases surface area for absorption. Okay, so we are saying this root hair cell, one of its adaptations is that it has a elongated outgrowth, which increases surface area, for absorption. So this is the adaptation for the root hair cell, which is labeled as cell P. Now, what is the adaptation of cell Q? So cell Q, we know that is the red blood cell. So the red blood cell has as a lot of adaptations. Okay, there are more than 2, so you can pick any from that. Okay, so one of the adaptations, we can say that the red blood cell has a biconcave disc shape that increases the surface area for diffusion of what? Oxygen. So we are saying adaptation of cell Q, which is the red blood cell, we have said it has a biconcave. It has a biconcave shape. It has a biconcave shape that increases the surface area for diffusion. That increases the surface area for diffusion of oxygen. All right, so these are the adaptations of cell P and cell Q. So we now move on to question C. So before we go to question C, I said this cell Q, which is the red blood cell, has more than 2 adaptations. So this one, we have said it has a biconcave shape that increases the surface area for diffusion of oxygen. Another adaptation, we can say that it has no nucleus. There is absence of the nucleus. So this absence of the nucleus makes it to make room for what? For hemoglobin. That is another adaptation that you can write. Apart from that, you can also say that it has got hemoglobin, which increases oxygen sufficient in the body. So these are the answers to this question. We come to the last question right here. Okay, so question C on this question 1. Where in the leaf is cell R located? So where in the leaf is the Palisade cell located? Remember, we said cell R is the Palisade cell. So where is this cell located? So the Palisade cell are located in the Palisade mesophyll layer. So these are located in the Palisade. They are located in the Palisade mesophyll layer. So that is these are the answers for the first question. All right, so we are remaining with another question. Let's go to it. All right, so we've now come to question 2. Question 2 reads, figure 2.0 shows a graph showing the effect of temperature on an enzyme catalyzed reaction. So this is the graph that is showing the effects of temperature on an enzyme catalyzed reaction. So here we have rate of reaction, then here we have the temperature in degrees. So you can see the temperature starting from 5 going up, okay, then coming down to 60. All right, so let us look at the questions now. Okay, so here is our first question. Question A1, what is an enzyme? Okay, what is an enzyme? So enzymes are biological catalysts that alters the rate of a chemical reaction. So we'll say enzyme is a biological catalyst enzyme is a biological catalyst that alters the rate of a chemical reaction. That alters the rate of a chemical reaction. So this is what an enzyme is. It's a biological catalyst that alters the rate of a chemical reaction, meaning that an enzyme can either speed up, okay, or it can slow down the rate of a reaction. So let us now come to Roman numeral 2. What is the optimum temperature of the enzyme reaction shown in the graph in figure 2.0? What is the optimum temperature of the enzyme reaction shown in the graph in figure 2.0? So optimum temperature, this is the temperature at which an enzyme works well. Okay, so let's take a look at the graph. So this is the graph. Okay, so they want you to identify the optimum temperature of the enzyme reaction that is shown on this graph. So here, when you look at this is where the optimum temperature is. Okay, now look at this line which is coming down right here. So here you have a 35 degrees Celsius. So you can't pick this as your answer. Definitely you'll get it wrong. Okay, so you can pick closer answers such as 36 degrees Celsius or 37. All right, so the best answer that we can pick here, let's pick 37 degrees Celsius. Or if you pick 36 degrees Celsius, you can still be marked because examiners have got that range. All right, so here we have said the optimum temperature is going to be 37 degrees Celsius. Now we come to question B1. At what temperature in figure 2.0 is the enzyme completely denatured? At what temperature in figure 2.0 is the enzyme completely denatured? Alright, so this is our graph now. So at what temperature in this graph is the enzyme completely denatured? So you can look at the graph the way it was coming. So here we said this is where the optimum temperature is. So an enzyme is working properly here. Now you can see the temperature started coming down now. Okay, not until it reaches this point where it is 60 degrees Celsius. So this is the temperature at which the enzyme will be completely denatured. Okay, so we have said the temperature at which the enzyme will be completely denatured is 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we've now come to question B2. Give a reason for your answer in B1 above. So give a reason why you have said that it's going to be 60 degrees Celsius. So the reason is simple, because the enzyme reaction stops. Okay, you can see on the graph there that the reaction of the enzyme has come to an end. So that is the reason. Okay, so you say the enzyme reaction stops. This is the reason. Okay, the enzyme reaction stops. So here you find that when all the enzymes will be denatured, okay, because there will be no chemical reaction, it has stopped, no reaction is taking place, so hence all the enzymes will be denatured. Let us now move on to question C. So we have our question C right here. Question C1. Explain why it is important to measure the body temperature when a person is sick. Explain why it is important to measure the body temperature when a person is sick. So why is it important to measure the body temperature when a person is sick? So it's important to measure the body temperature of a person when that person is sick, okay, because it is taken as a precaution to avoid the denaturing enzymes. Okay, so that is the main reason why. So we will say it is taken as a precaution. It is taken as a precaution to avoid denaturing. It is taken as a precaution to avoid denaturing enzymes. So this is why the body temperature of a person will be measured. Okay, so that it's taken as a precaution to avoid denaturing of enzymes. So this will tell if the temperature is too high, you find that the enzymes will be denatured above that. Okay, we know that the body normal temperature of the person will be 37 degrees Celsius, but it's above that, the enzymes will be denatured. So hence a precaution has to be taken when a person is sick, the body temperature has to be measured. So we are done answering question C1. Let us now come to question C2 right here. Okay, so under question C2, the question reads, propose 2 ways the body temperature of a sick person can be brought down to normal. Propose 2 ways the body temperature of a sick person can be brought down to normal. So these are things that we normally practice. If someone's body temperature is very high, okay, there are different ways that we take. Way number one, you may find that others can be taken outside where there is fresh air so that their body temperature will cool down. Okay, apart from that, others maybe they can provide a fan so that a fan will be blowing there to be providing air to them, then the body temperature may also be reduced. Apart from that, a person can take in medications such as aspirins so that their body temperature is reduced. Also, you may find that a sponge of warm water may be used, okay, may be used so that the body temperature of the person can be used. Okay, so way number one, okay, we have said that use of a wet cloth, with warm water. So warm water will be used, okay, not cold water, because cold water now it will affect the person who's sick. They will tend to be very cold, okay, hence other complications may arise. So apart from that, also use of what? Use of medications. Okay, so these are the 2 ways in which the body temperature of a sick person can be brought down to normal. So we have come to the end of our biology session for today. Thank you so much everyone for having time to view this content. Bye bye.